Sorry about that. Looks like I had the audio turned off. Welcome to Market Watch Wednesday. I'm your host, John Maz. This is Side Hustle Enterprise. Of course, thank you to everyone who has stopped on in, joined the conversation, either on the chat here on YouTube or over on Discord as well. If you'd like to jump in on the live stream and talk with me one-on-one, I invite you to do so. This live stream is a little late in the evening compared to my other live streams on Wednesdays that I typically do. I usually try to do them during market hours so we can watch the charts together and move forward. However, there was so much information going on this week. There was so much stuff that had come out. I wanted to make sure I had all my ducks in a row. I wanted to make sure I had all my information correct to share with you guys. So I've been taking notes all day. I've been doing a lot of research. I'm a little tired. I'm a little wired. And I'm extremely pissed off with what I just read in regards to Robinhood. And I'm going to share that with you guys moving forward. I want to share some other stuff in regards to AMC and the short squeeze coming up before I get to the big news, just because it's going to impact the news that I have to give quite a bit more. So, thank you everyone for showing up and all the support that we got going on. We're just right now, I think only 70 or so or 60 or so subscribers away from hitting that 1,000 subscriber mark. So I appreciate everyone who has joined the channel, joined Discord, and joined the conversation. Lots of stuff to talk about today. I'm not going to hold up and ramble on as I usually do. I want to hopefully answer as many questions as I possibly can after I give you guys the information that I've dug up today. Like I said, I'm at a loss of words for what I read, and I'm going to share everything with you guys, everything that I found. Granted, take everything that I give to you guys today with a grain of salt. Do your own research, do your own due diligence, of course, and make sure that you form your own opinions. Don't just base it on a bunch of YouTubers and a bunch of vlogs and a bunch of, Reddit posts. Make sure you do your own digging, and that's more or less what I've been doing all day today. Is doing my own digging and doing as much fact checking as I possibly can. And, that's all I can do is encourage you guys to do the same. So let's dive right into it. AMC stuff that's going on, that's going to impact the upcoming short squeezes. A lot of news and a lot of hype around tomorrow's date in regards to the short squeeze. We had a lot of stuff happen this week. We had earnings be put on hold. We had the shareholders meeting be put on hold and being pushed back to July 29th, which is a huge FU to the hedge funds from the CEO of AMC. The guy is straight up G. I mean, he knew the game before the hedge funds knew what was even happening. He had everything lined up. He had everything ready to go, and he just took them for a ride, which is awesome. And I appreciate that from the CEO of AMC. Seems like he's been on our side from the beginning. He seems like he supports the shareholders. He himself is a huge shareholder. He himself, as the CEO of AMC, holds 300 million shares, I believe. Or sorry. Yeah, 300 million shares of AMC. So if AMC hits a high of, say, $1,000, is what a lot of people are predicting it's going to hit, he will then become one of the richest men in the world with a total net worth of just around $300 billion just from his AMC shares alone. So that's pretty big. So I think he's got a lot riding on it. I think he's got a lot of stake in the game, just like we do as retail investors. So I don't see him messing with us. He wants to mess with the hedge funds, destroying his company, right? So I think he's more or less on our side. Of course, he's going to be on his own side at the end of the day, but helping us is also going to help him. So he also tweeted out, tried to hint out to a lot of us that millions of shareholders, and he rectified or fixed his statement a little bit and tweeted there are roughly 3 million individual shareholders of AMC. And if you do the math out, I'm not going to do it here for you guys. It's a lot of back and forth math and manipulation and everything else. But based upon averages and low averages, if there are 3 million individual shareholders of AMC, roughly each shareholder is going to have between 130 to 200 shares of AMC. If you follow the subreddits, there are people out there with far more shares and far less shares. So you try to get that average number. Based upon those numbers and the fact that 300 million or 3 million shareholders, there are not enough shares, active shares, real shares of AMC to go around. So the majority of the shares that are out there that are driving the price down right now are synthetic. And then that's what all these short attacks are. It's synthetic shares. They're buying and borrowing synthetic shares and driving the price down. And that's why we're seeing a number of like 917 right now in after hours. So it's a lot of manipulation and a lot of stuff going on, and it's a lot hanging on the SEC's shoulders right now to step up their game and really put their best foot forward. If they don't do something, it's going to look poorly on them. They're supposed to be the regulators of this market. They're supposed to keep everybody playing the same game fairly. And the hedge funds aren't playing fairly anymore, and nobody's doing a damn thing about it. So they recently passed let me see here, my notes, want to make sure I get it right. The NSCC 801 passed, and what it's basically doing is holding hedge funds responsible. Prior to this being passed, they had a number of days, weeks, months to manipulate, rectify their books, close out accounts, fudge the numbers a little bit. This new regulation that just passed requires most people, but specifically hedge funds, to do what we have been doing as retail investors for years, or brokerages have been doing to us for years. If you're familiar with trading, if you're familiar with Robinhood, if you're familiar with margin trading at all, you have margin calls. You're not allowed to overspend. Your money is on borrow. So if you are losing money, you have a margin call, and the brokerage wants their money back. For years and years, hedge funds aren't subject to that backlash of having the margins pulled on them as fast as, say, you or I would. So this 801 regulation that passed is going to require hedge funds to report their books at a moment's notice, minute, hourly, whatever the SEC says, so they can get ahead of future short squeeze attacks and so on. Good for us with AMC moving forward, but this will probably be the biggest squeeze we have ever seen, and it will also be the last squeeze we ever see in terms of short squeezes and short squeeze attacks. So it's good for everyone that's holding AMC right now. It's bad for anybody that's makes money on short squeezes and trying to find them, because they're going to be few and far between moving forward with this new regulation passed. So hedge funds are screwed, more or less. AMC is doing good. A lot of fun, a lot of manipulation. Last video I talked about being shadow banned and my account being blocked. My Google AdSense account has now been shut down because I was promoting my merch site, which is linked down below. And it was linked to my YouTube channel. So my YouTube channel has been talking a lot about AMC and Robinhood and Dogecoin. So they blocked all my ads. So now I have to clarify to Google who I am, what I do, and why I'm advertising. So, and I'm small. I'm tiny. I'm not even at 1,000 subscribers yet. And I'm getting this kind of abuse from the system. So I'm not happy. I'm not in a good place. I'm gonna, so. Very interesting to hear what's going on, very interesting to see and to experience it firsthand, that's for sure. I'm going over my notes here. I don't want to mislead anybody or any misinformation. It's very important to me that any information or opinions that I share with you guys, I try to be on point as much as possible. So I encourage you guys to call me out, join the conversation, join Discord if you're not in Discord already, and make sure you voice your opinion and call me out if I'm wrong. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong and, fixing the situation or trying to understand and learn more. Thanks a lot. I appreciate the support. So before I give you the heartbreaking news with AMC, I want to express to you guys how much this is going to affect me if this goes poorly. So if you are part of the elite group or the paid group through Patreon for my Discord server, I've kind of divulged this already to you guys. If you'd like to join that group, tiers run between $3 and $25. You can always join, get you access to the private chats. And like I said, I've already divulged a lot of this information to those groups. Roughly, I'm holding 2,000 shares of AMC. I have just over 1,800 on Robinhood, 76 on Webull, 14 on Thinkorswim, and I think like 8 point something on Cash App. So just about 2,000 shares or so of AMC. So and most of my holdings are on Robinhood, and I think it's a little late for me personally because I have Dogecoin or cryptocurrency holdings as well on Robinhood for me to transfer out. But I hope maybe this information will help other investors with smaller values or smaller holdings of AMC. Now, I stumbled upon this. It was shared with me. I'm going to share it with you guys. Let me pull it up here. Make sure I have the right one. So this is the big hubbub, this big scary, if this is true type of situation that I want to share with you guys. Ronald, Mr. Martin, you're absolutely right. If it pays off, great. What I'm worried about is that I'm not going to get to catch the highs. If you're a Robinhood holder, what I'm about to share with you is very scary if they start manipulating it like they did for GME, GameStop. When GameStop hit its all-time high, Robinhood froze. They shut down. And people started doing digging. They started really diving deep into why this happened. AMC, GME, and lots of people are holding them. Robinhood claimed it was because of their third-party, clearinghouse, that they didn't have enough asset in the clearinghouse, and that's all been rectified moving forward. The clearinghouse has nothing to do with it if this is the case. Here, let me share it with you so keep you guys in suspense here. All right, so here's what was shared with me. It is proven that the stocks on Robinhood are synthetic stocks. When you leave Robinhood and switch to another brokerage, it's like a margin call, Mason call, whatever. What they're saying is the shares that you have, that you're holding on Robinhood, are not real shares. There's only so many shares a company can actually, or have actually released to public for trading. These synthetic shares are created by the hedge funds to drive the price down. If our shares on Robinhood are synthetic and we try to transfer on, that's what this is saying. I'm going to kind of sum it up here. I'm leaving it on the screen for everyone to read if they like, but I'm going to try to sum it up the best I can. If you try to transfer your shares out of Robinhood to another brokerage account, the shares aren't there. They're synthetic. And by initiating the transfer, Robinhood is now responsible to find those shares for you to transfer them over. If the shares aren't there, how can you transfer? It's an IOU. It's right, it says right there. It's an IOU. So if enough people start trying to transfer, or if enough people start to sell or attempt to sell at the highs, they're going to stop the brokerage account again. They're going to stop all the trades, and it's going to cause the price to collapse from its high as low as possible. Like we saw with GameStop, it had a super high run, and then it just tanked because Robinhood stopped trading it, and a lot of other accounts stopped trading it. A lot of other accounts after GameStop realized what was happening and stopped purchasing synthetic shares. Robinhood has not. From what I'm reading here, from the other testimonies from other individuals that I've dug up, Robinhood is still purchasing or still showing synthetic shares in our accounts as retail investors. So those shares aren't real. They're IRUs. They're representations. They are hopes and dreams at the end of the day. And really, my car doesn't run on hopes and dreams. My car runs on gas, and I need money to buy that gas. And at this point in time, I'm so worried that my shares on Robinhood are fake that a lot of us are going to miss out on these high gains. And there's going to be a lot of lawsuits moving forward with this if this is, factual information, if this is actually what's happening behind the scenes. And that's the tricky part. We don't know what's happening behind the scenes. We're not involved with it. We can't see it. But based upon what a lot of these people are saying in this this Reddit thread, is that their transfers are being halted, their accounts are being locked. It's taking time to transfer out. I mean, there are workarounds. One individual said that he opened a margin account with Fidelity or TD Ameritrade and transferred into that account from Robinhood, and then as soon as it went through, he canceled the margin. So then it's on TD Ameritrade to purchase those synthetic shares. So at least they're there for him. If you have a cash account on Robinhood, I'm not sure how it's going to work out. I recently turned off my margin when I saw all this happening after GameStop. So I'm hoping and praying that those shares that are in my Robinhood account are actually mine and they're not synthetic shares. And I am, got my finger on the dial. I'm ready to call my lawyer. I'm going to start screen recording everything when the squeeze happens. I'm going to document as much as I possibly can. And I've been doing that since my account got blocked 3 months ago for pattern day trading, even though my account has been growing from $30,000 now over $100,000. So there should have been no reason for my account to have been blocked. So I've already seen some serious manipulation in Robinhood, in their customer support, in their way that they deal things. And I've been trying to transfer out as fast as I can, as soon as I can. But it looks like it's a little too late for me. So I hope this information finds people and it finds, it helps as many people as I possibly can. Do your research, do your digging, and protect yourself. I hope that as the price goes up, hold on to it. We as the retail investors have over 87%. We're supposed to be in possession of over 87% of the free floating shares of AMC. So it's all supply and demand at this point. We have the supply, so we can demand whatever price we want for them to pay. And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. So we can set the floor wherever we want. That's why you see all these Reddit posts of, the floor's 10K, the floor's 100K. Me personally, I have limits set at just over the $1,000 mark. And I'm going to dollar cost average as the price climbs, if it climbs past that price. That's what I recommend any investor or new investor that's trying to get into investing. Research what dollar cost averaging is. You can dollar cost average into a trade, and you can dollar cost average out of a trade. It lowers the risk of potentially losing all of your money. If you buy into a company and the price starts dipping, you start dollar cost averaging in. And as you buy the stock lower and lower, your average cost per share goes down as well. So when it goes up, you start seeing gains a little bit faster than if you bought it and held it at that high point. So dollar cost averaging can be a lifesaver for a lot of accounts, especially smaller accounts. So I recommend anybody do the research, learn what dollar cost averaging is, and never invest more than you are willing to lose. That was my whole spiel on Robinhood. I hope that it helps some people. I hope that it enlightens some people. Do your research, do your digging. I'm going to share this in the chat right now. I'm going to share it over with my Discord as well, so you guys can read it if you'd like. And kind of do your own research, like I said. There we go. I'll share that over to you guys. So let's change the subject a little bit. That was kind of the Debbie Downer of the evening, right? Some heavy hitting news. I'm sorry if it broke a lot of hearts. Sorry if people are panicking right now. It's not my intention. My intention is just to share information with you guys and share my opinion and share my concerns with what I have going on. Yeah, cool hand, man. Cool hand, Luke. You got it, brother. I'm regretting it. I was with Robinhood from the beginning. It's been great for me up until this year when I really started seeing some major flaws in the system. I've been slowly trying to transfer it either to Webull or Thinkorswim, TD Ameritrade's accounts. So I'm still up in the air of which one I want to fully transfer into. If AMC hits $1,000 a share, Webull will be my main account at that point, and then I will just close out what I have in my Robinhood, and I'll buy a house or something and reinvest it into another asset. I appreciate everyone that's worried. We're a community. We're trying to grow together. We're trying to help each other out. We're trying to really push the envelope and break out of the mediocre and into the extreme and into the lavish lifestyles, right? So, I'm worried about you guys. Appreciate that you're worried about me. Get the conversation going. Share the information. The more people that talk about it, the more people that understand, the more people that are educated, the better off we are as a group. Like I said, a lot of people are worried and they don't know what's going to happen with the stock moving forward. Like I said before, this will be the last thing I say before I move on to Dogecoin, because I'm seeing the chat out of the corner of my eye. We have the power. You guys have the power. Everyone who's holding the shares of AMC has the power to set the limit for how high this stock will trade for. So just don't panic, sell. Don't, paper hand it, hold it, and ride the wave. So let's change gears here. Enough of the boring stuff. Enough with the scary stuff. Dogecoin. Everybody's here for Dogecoin. I'm sure everyone wants to know what's going on with Dogecoin. Now, we've been talking about it a lot in the Discord server, talking about why we're seeing these pumps and these run-ups as of late. My theory on it, and let me pull up a chart here so we can all see. Let's make this a little bigger. Get rid of that one. All right. So we saw some recent run-ups. Let me get rid of this. Let's get rid of all the indicators. There we go. So we had a nice stable transition here for a while. We had that nice run up, hitting 44 cents and so on, and then it stabilized and consolidated. Got some good news, ran up, consolidated, got some good news, and ran up last night. The two key things that I have found to kind of validate these run-ups, and it's always good to find reasons for these pumps, because then you can better understand how the market is manipulated and how the market trades. Let me see what we've got going on here in the chats. 69 last night. It's been crazy. Yep. So the reason why I think we saw these pumps and these raises in the market, the first one being BitPay accepting or using Dogecoin and promoting the fact that BitPay can be used on DoorDash, BitPay can be used on Amazon, BitPay can be used with Uber Eats and all these other platforms. BitPay's been around for quite some time. It's not a new service. It's grandfathered in. It's been there for quite some time, so it's a trusted group. So when they're saying that now they're integrating Dogecoin, that's pretty big. So that allows a lot of people to instantly use their Dogecoin to make these purchases. And with their new Chrome and Brave extension, you can instantly buy things on Amazon with their extension. And that was the big hype that they were pushing the past couple days on Twitter, on their website, on Reddit, was the fact that with their new extension and Dogecoin being implemented into that extension, you can now go to Amazon and purchase whatever you want basically with Dogecoin. And they were kind of riding that wave of the Amazon hype with Dogecoin. So that's where I saw that first pump, when we saw it rise from the 40 cent mark all the way up to the 50 or 60 cent mark. That was where I saw the first pump, really, that first real climb. Now the second one here is a mix of different information from what I can tell based upon time frames and timelines. We got information that the new CEO that is replacing Jeff Bezos is a crypto enthusiast himself and would like to integrate cryptocurrency into Amazon at some point in the near future when Jeff Bezos steps down. So that was interesting to hear. That was interesting to see. The other one was the Winklevoss twins, and the fact that they're also bullish on Dogecoin, and now you have their Gemini exchange and Dogecoin on there. So that's where I'm seeing a lot of this influx of volume and drive. So you had billions, just under $1 trillion worth of flow just from Gemini, pushing this market up to that 69.66 mark last night from just the Gemini, I believe, the Gemini influx of traders from the Gemini exchange. So that's why we're seeing these pumps. It's not necessarily Elon Musk on SNL. It's these other implementations. It's the other community. It's the other news that's out there, which is good, because that just means the higher it is when Elon does go on SNL, the higher the price is going to go. We could potentially see $1 this weekend for Dogecoin, and I encourage you guys not to sell at $1 because there's still a lot of other catalysts that are in the pipeline for Dogecoin. Elon Musk is great for it. All these celebrities are great for Dogecoin, but it's the implementation of the cryptocurrency that really gives its strength and its consolidation. We saw a little bit of a dip today. It hit its high, and we saw a couple of big whales drop, millions of dollars worth of Dogecoin, which is what caused this dump. But what's, I think, bigger shock to me and kind of puts a smile on my face is that big green candle right next to the red one, showing the fact that the community is strong. We had a huge dump of coin, and then the community came back and said, you know what, there's still more here. There's still more value. It's a good time to buy in. Let's just keep buying Doge, because Doge has a bigger future ahead of it than just 69 cents. So that to me speaks volumes on where this cryptocurrency is going moving forward. So, and then, another one, Etoro is now accepting. You can now trade Dogecoin on Etoro. I have an account. I created one years ago. Wasn't super thrilled with their integration platforms and everything, but they are only doing call positions for Dogecoin. They're not doing short positions, so that can only drive up the price of Dogecoin, which is pretty cool of them to do. They only implemented the whole call position, so that was very awesome to see. Dogecoin is my Belize retirement plan. Absolutely, it's mine. This is been a wild ride the past couple months for me. I went from working 3 jobs to now this is what I do full time. So it's definitely been a fun journey, and this is absolutely my retirement plan. I'm hoping that this takes care of my family for a long time. So we had Etoro, we had BitPay, we had Bezos, and those were huge catalysts. That's why I think we saw the pump to 69 cents, which was awesome. We have bigger ones in the works. We still have Coinbase integration and the rumor that it's going to happen within the next 2 weeks or so. Then we have Coinbase. We have Elon on SNL is also a big one. And then if Robinhood is able to sustain this short squeeze attack from AMC, there has been rumors that they're working on their wallets, and those should be out soon as well. So we have 3 big catalysts coming up. SNL being the first one this weekend, and then potentially Coinbase and Robinhood implementing wallets and offering trading on their platform. So big catalysts that could potentially push this way past $1. And that's the key thing to focus on is, yes, the price looks good now. Yes, it's pumping. Yes, we may see $1 by this weekend, depending on how Elon Musk's SNL skit goes, which is phenomenal. But then we have those huge catalysts from Coinbase and Robinhood where they implement their wallet and offer it on their exchange. That's going to push it to the next level, in my opinion. That's what's really going to push that coin up and past the moon, straight to Mars. This has all been great. This has all been good information, and this has all been a great run-up, and we're seeing stabilization. We're seeing nice, consolidation patterns here for the past couple hours. Saw a dump, and it came right back up. So that, to me, is showing strength, and that's what we want to see. So now our new floor went from being 30 cents, 15 cents is now right around the 47, 50 cent mark. That's what we want to see. We want to see pumps, consolidation, upping that resistance, upping that floor. But we all know cryptocurrency can dip 80% in less than a second and freak everybody out. So just be wary. Just keep your heads down, focus on the long-term goal, the long-term gains, and, buy the rumor, sell the news. That's always been a good model. That's always been a good strategy to work with. Buy the rumor, sell the news, and that's a lot what we're seeing here. So I hope that information kind of brought light to a lot of things for some people. Seeing that run up, knowing why that run up is actually there. It's not all Elon Musk. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of different factors that play when cryptocurrencies pump like this. Seeing an influx of users being allowed to trade Dogecoin from the Gemini exchange has definitely done wonders for the coin. Now I think we're in the top 4 to the top 5, might even be in the top 3 right now. Let me pull up Coin Market Cap so we can actually get a handle on what this is actually dictating. There we go. Coin Market Cap. Let's just do it right now together. Let's see where we're at. Number 4. Dogecoin is sitting at number 4. It went from 8 to 7 to 4. Huge amounts of volume too, just so we kind of have an idea of where we're going in the future. For Dogecoin to pass Bitcoin, Dogecoin's value would have to be right around the $70 mark. I believe $78 or so for us to pass and be number 1. And we're at 4 as it is. So that's a lot of volume. It's not out of the question. I don't think it's going to happen in the next couple of months. I could be wrong, but that's more or less where we're at. So we're climbing steady. We have a lot of volume to go. But there's still a lot of market cap and liquidity out there to be dumped into Dogecoin to really push us to that next level. We haven't even begun to scratch the surface of the amount of market cap or liquidity that it is out there. Again, there is so much volume just on Coinbase alone that could, push Dogecoin to $2 if they start implementing it. And, there's articles all over the place of the billions of dollars that Coinbase is losing every single day that they are not listing Dogecoin. And they must be aware of what is going on because their new stock has dumped because nobody can get a hold of Dogecoin on their exchange. You're seeing Dogecoin going up and you see Coinbase stock going down. I mean, to me, that's too close of a coincidence to not be affecting each other. You know what I'm saying? So I think if they actually got a hold and started listing Dogecoin, you start seeing their stock increase as well. I think a lot of people are pulling out of Coinbase right now because they're not trading Dogecoin. That's why their stock is coming down. So once they start implementing it, once they start utilizing Dogecoin on their exchanges, we're going to see Dogecoin possibly in the number 2 position, just with the amount of people and volume that is on Coinbase alone. Gemini is a big exchange. Binance is a big exchange, but Coinbase is a huge exchange. There is trillions of dollars in volume every single day on Coinbase alone. So that would really give Coinbase some serious legs to stand on. And I can't see them not seeing the forest through the trees. They're like I said, they're losing billions of dollars every single day. They are not listing Dogecoin. How stupid can you be to not take advantage of what is going on right now? So it blows my mind. If you're holding Dogecoin, if you're mining Dogecoin like we all are on Discord, diamond hand it, hold out. It's gonna pass $1. There's just no way of stopping it once it does. We are going to see a dip once it hits $1. There are going to be people out there that are going to sell when it hits $1. And I understand collecting gains. If you have to pay bills, you have to, to pay the mortgage, and you'll load into Dogecoin, and when it hits $1, you're going to pull out. I understand. But if you can afford to, turn off your computers, turn off your monitors, stop looking at the charts, and just walk away. Let it do its thing, because it will pass $1. It's inevitable. The community is too strong and too driven for it not to. It has climbed so far so fast, and we are still not implemented on on the largest exchange out there. So like I said, there's so much liquidity that still hasn't been pumped into Dogecoin yet that could potentially push it straight to Mars. So keep your eyes open. Keep your hands strong, and don't be selling, at $1 if you can avoid it. Let me see here. Let me read some of the chats we got going on here. Pro Team taking Doge, Ellen talking Doge for tickets, slowly but coming around. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing more and more people implement Doge. Absolutely, we're seeing Mark Cuban betting some of his billionaire friends start accepting Doge, telling Ellen to start accepting Doge. Now we have Major League Baseball teams accepting Doge. We're seeing more and more franchises starting to accept Doge. And that's the key. Whenever I talk about cryptocurrency and talking about gains, it's very difficult for me because I'm right on that line. I've been involved in cryptocurrency almost from the conception of Bitcoin. I've been following it for that long. I've been mining Dogecoin since it first came out. I have screenshots of back in 2017, 2016 of me mining Dogecoin. I made videos of it back in 2017. So I've been in Dogecoin for quite some time. And so you have two major things when it comes to cryptocurrency. People that are going to mine it, collect those gains, and increase the wealth now. But the whole premise behind cryptocurrency is to decentralize finance, to rewrite the system and give everybody a common consensus of what is going on and stop the manipulation around the world when it comes to currencies and financial institutions. So we're trying to get to that point, and the goal for a lot of these cryptocurrencies, yeah, some of them are out there just to make gains, make money, but Dogecoin, I think, is one of them that says one Doge is one Doge, right? The whole premise is not to go, how much is your Doge worth 65 cents? It's to go, how much Doge do you have? Because one Doge is one Doge. It's to completely eliminate the USD and the fiat side of things and just focus on the value of the Doge itself. Using that as a means of trade, as a means of purchase, and completely eliminating fiat and financial institutions as we know it, and replacing it with a global financial currency, whether it be Bitcoin, whether it be Dogecoin, whether it be a couple of them, who knows. But that is the premise behind a lot of these cryptocurrencies, is to get to that point where we're not comparing it to fiat. It's its own entity. It has its own value. That's the underlying drive. That is the goal when Satoshi Nakamoto, or the group that goes by Satoshi Nakamoto, first started Bitcoin. It's not to compare it to $57,000. One Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. One Dogecoin is one Dogecoin. That is what we are shooting for. So I have mixed feelings. I have a family to take care of. I have bills to pay. So when I see Dogecoin and Bitcoin climbing, and most of my water bill and my electric bill, my mortgage, and the company that I pay my rent to, they only accept USD, I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. So all I can do is encourage people to hold and to push and to wake up and help the cause to really push governments to rethink how finance should be done. And that's what crypto is all about, right? So last one we got here, I'm mining Doge is going to be my spending money in Belize. It's like I said, man. It's if that's what it comes down to. I wanna get to the point where you can pay your bills with Dogecoin and not have to worry about converting it to USD or converting it to whatever fiat your country is running, whether you're in Europe or you're in Belize or you're in Russia or China, wherever you are, just being able to buy something because you go up and the sticker says 3 Dogecoin for this sandwich. That's what we want. Um, in terms of mining and in terms of future, you're hearing it from me here now first. What I'm planning on doing, I had a meeting today with my realtor, I had a meeting with my financial advisor today. I am in the process of trying to start a new crypto mining farm here where I live. I had one before. I ran one, I operated one in Southwest Florida. My partner and I didn't see eye to eye. We had other things going on. It wasn't the right time. Moving forward, I have such a passion for mining and cryptocurrency. I'm in the process of trying to take it upon myself as another undertaking of my own, another venture of my own, and creating another farm for myself and making mining more accessible for the everyday person. That is my goal. Whether you are GPU mining or you got a couple ASICs or whatever it may be, and you don't have the power or have the ability to mine them yourself, my company will hopefully in the future be able to host and power those for a very, very, very minimal fee. That's what I'm trying to build. That's what I'm trying to do. But of course, I need your support. I need the community support. I need as much information and help as I can possibly get. It doesn't work unless I have people behind me that really need this kind of service. So of course, anytime anybody can like, subscribe, share the videos, it really means a lot to the channel. If you feel like you want to take it to that next level, there's always merchandise available on the merch store, and Patreon as well gets you into the private chats. So those are my plans for the future. That's what I am trying to do right now. I'm looking for the space, looking for the proper venue, looking for power supply, and that's what it really comes down to. I live in an area that has low power costs because we have a hydro plant here. And I'm high up in the mountains, so I can also put solar panels on whatever building I have. So hydro, solar, low electrical cost. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to offer, and that's my game plan for 2022 moving forward. So you heard it here first. I'd like to do a giveaway coming up. Like I said, we're right around the corner from hitting that 1,000 subscriber milestone for me, so I'd like to do a giveaway. I'm interested to hear what kind of stuff you guys are looking for giveaways, whether it be Dogecoin, whether it be merchandise from my store. Let me know, and we'll do some number crunching, and I'll try to do as big giveaway as I possibly can when we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. So comment, join Discord, share the conversation, message me, email me, whatever you need to do to get that to me. I will do as much as I possibly can and give away as much as I possibly can when we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. Because even though the community is small and it's a growing YouTube channel, you guys are phenomenal. You are awesome. I'm reading Discord every day, and I'm getting comments every day at how amazing everybody is in the Discord and how nice everybody is. That when somebody asks a question, everybody is there to help. Everybody's there to support everybody. And that is something that is rare and few and far between to see these days. So thank you so much, everybody, for being so supportive and so kind to everybody else and helping each other grow. That means a lot. So I want to give back as much as I possibly can. Next subject before we open up the AMA. Oh, go ahead. I got someone over on Discord. What's going on, Des?
I was just saying hi.
Oh, how are you? I saw you sitting there, but I didn't know if you were actually live or not.
But I couldn't drop the viewers of their pleasure for Doge.
Yeah. So, well, thanks for swinging by. I mean, you got any hard questions you want to ask?
Well, I'm afraid about asking about any other currencies other than Doge. I myself am holding 720 of them. Bought a week ago when you suggested to, for I don't know, about 30 cents, 30
Hmm.
something cents. So I'm happy so far.
Yeah, I mean
I
you
was
you
wondering
doubled
if
it,
you have
right?
any opinion about Elrond.
So what was that? Was you, other cryptos?
Yes, it's called Elrond, and the
Elrond.
token it's called eGold, and it's currently valued at $190, I
So
believe.
all right. Do you know the symbol on Coin Market Cap?
EGLD.
EGLD. There we go. So it looks like it's a change of name, so it's not super new. Looks like it's been around for a little bit of time here. It's got a nice little warning when it pops up on Coin Market Cap. Um, I'll do some digging on it. I don't know too much about it. It's not one that's really been on my radar, but I'll definitely do some digging for you and let you know it's ranked number 50, so it's in the top 100 crypto, so that's a good sign. Uh, and just like everything else, it looks like it's climbing pretty well. Do we have any news on it? Let's see. Three reasons why e-gold price soared. Yeah, I'll do some digging for you. We can definitely talk about it. I don't, like I said, I don't know too much about it, so I don't want to say anything that may be misleading. I like to do as much research as I possibly can before I really dive deep into a cryptocurrency or an asset. So I'll definitely do some digging for you, and we can talk about it.
Yeah, sure. That sounds great. And you just mentioned that you really love, or no, that you wanna make a crypto farm, pretty much. Are you gonna go on ASICs again? I know that you have some L3 and miners, but are you gonna keep on buying ASICs, or are you gonna switch it up and add some GPU miners as well?
I'd like to switch it up. I'd like to do a little bit of both potentially. I'm big into ASICs. They're easy to run. They're easy to clean. They're easy to set up. GPUs take a little bit more time and effort to kind of get up and running, and can be a little tricky to implement and get everything running properly. Especially if you're running like 8 or 10 cards on a single single motherboard. Um, but it's definitely something I do want to look at, especially where Ethereum is pumping right now and it's got so much drive behind it. I'll definitely do some digging into it. I've built them in the past. Um, and I'll definitely dive into it again. But like I said, right now my main focus is finding a facility that can facilitate proper airflow and proper power. That's the biggest thing. What the biggest issue that I ran into when I was in Southwest Florida, which high humidity, high heat, all year round, pretty much, was keeping the units cool. I mean, we had, I think, at one given time, like 15 miners or so in a single room. So it would get hot, and if you didn't have proper airflow, you'd see lack of support and lack of hashing power, and everything would start to dip. So that's a big thing that I learned from when I was in Southwest Florida, is making sure that get all your ducks in a row, make sure everything's lined up first before you really turn the power on and flip that switch, because it's going to get hot and it's going to get hot fast. Uh, so that's my biggest concern. I'm trying to find a place where I can do it potentially on my new property once I find a new house to buy. So that's where I'm at. Like I said, it's a game plan. It's in the works, and hopefully we can make it come to light.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Absolutely. We got Keep. Keep is actually joined the chat. You gonna talk? Or are you just gonna sit there and be on mute on us? That's all right. It's all right. So we got JH says they're smart contracts plus sharding equals eagle solid bet. Um, Thanks, Jay. I appreciate the feedback. I'll definitely do some digging into it. So maybe that'll help Des out a little bit. Talking about, so that's Eagle's more smart contracts, and smart contracts are pretty big right now, especially with Ethereum and NFTs and Cardano. So it's definitely something that's being talked about a lot.
Talking
In
about Cardano, do you have your eye on that as well?
so funny story. I had a lot of not a lot, but I had a good amount of Cardano. I got involved in the project when it first came out. Cardano is something that was pretty profitable at the beginning when you were able to stake it and see returns by staking it and so on. So I had quite a bit sitting around, but unfortunately, I'm not gonna say unfortunately. It's not unfortunate. I took the gamble, I took the risk, and I sold um, all of my Cardano and I bought into Safemoon. So I thought that was more of a fun gamble than my coins just sitting there on Cardano. Cardano is a great coin. I like Cardano. I like Cardano's implementation of the smart contracts more than some of the other ones that are out there. So I am definitely a Cardano supporter. But I, uh, I sold out. I don't got any more Cardano.
Well, the only coins I hold right now are Doge and Safemoon. So yeah,
They're good hands. So that was my next topic here on the channel to talk about was Safemoon. So we can transition into that. Let me pull up some of the information I got. Make sure I got too many tabs open. Um, Way too many tabs. Okay, here we go. So Safemoon has a lot of stuff going on. They've been, it's such a new cryptocurrency, and to see them grow so fast and be so popular. They're number two on Coin Market Cap right now for pop or trending. They're the second highest trending cryptocurrency right now is a Safemoon. Uh, and it's not at a bad price. It's consolidating. We're seeing big time whales offload a lot of their coins, which they have every right to do. They've been invested in the project from the beginning, and they're taking their gains. No problem with it. What I think is fascinating is the fact that the tokenomics are actually working and preventing those offloads of those whales from completely crashing the market. We're seeing dips, but I feel that the dips would be far worse if the tokenomic system wasn't implemented. So I'm all for the Safemoon project. It's one of the few cryptocurrencies that I've actually sat down and read through the entire white paper. Uh, I'm impressed with it. They recently just passed the CerTic audit, um, passed with good remarks. They had zero critical issues, which is big. CerTech is a very meticulous audit that audits cryptocurrencies. So for them to pass with zero critical issues, they had one major one, which was some of the tokens that are being funneled into the liquidity pool are tied to the main development team, but they've taken notice of that and they're trying to fix that. So they took the audit and they took the results from the audit and they are addressing them, which I think is huge. They're not just turning a blind eye and say, "Hey, we got a decent score. We're going to, move forward." No, they're taking the audit and looking at it and trying to improve upon it, which says volumes about a company because that's really what they are. They're a company. Another interesting thing that CerTic had said, and this is a quote from their report, that they're less likely to commit a rug pull because of the legal liabilities its founding team will face. So there's of course some things that as investors we won't have complete knowledge of. There's always going to be something behind the scenes when it comes to a company, but it seems like that's what they're doing. They're running Safemoon, they're running this crypto, they're running the exchange as a company. So they have to file. They're filing some kind of legal documentation, LLCs, S corps, whatever it may be, that is holding them liable to this coin. That's what CerTech is saying, is that this development team, the CEO, the COO, is held liable to some extent to this cryptocurrency, so it's less likely to see a rug pull, which I think speaks volumes because we've seen so much FUD around Safemoon because it's growing so fast that it's going to be a rug pull. It's it's a crap currency and all this other stuff. So having such a positive review and having that being said by such a uh, reputable auditing company or group speaks volumes, I think, for the coin. And again, it's not even 3 months old yet. I think we just passed the 60-day or 65-day mark for Safemoon, and we're seeing some huge numbers. And we're not even on any major exchanges. We're on some good exchanges, and they're getting better every time. But like I said, we're not on Binance. We're not on Bittrex. We're not on any of these huge ones that are billions of dollars worth of transaction fees. So I'm very optimistic for Safemoon. We saw them roll out their new wallets. Their new wallets look great. I can pull them up here on Twitter if you haven't seen them. Safemoon. See if I can find it here. So yeah, they rolled out their wallets in their last AMA. They look fantastic. You know, they have dark mode, light mode. Tokenomics are integrated into it. That speaks volumes for, again, they have gone above and beyond. They're really sticking to their guns, sticking to their word, sticking to their roadmap. And when they say they're going to do something, they've done it. They said they were going to roll out their wallets or preview. They did it. They said they were going to raise funds. Once they raise funds for the exchange, they're going to start implementing it, and they have. They've already started, filing and the procedures for the exchange. So I like to see that kind of stuff. I like to see that kind of transparency. It makes me feel a little warm and cozy inside that, this could be an amazing thing. They actually just redid their website as well and added this wallet tracker. So this is my wallet here that's linked, and you can see my holdings are 493,965,385, and just since I've linked it to the Safemoon wallet tracker, I've already gained 83,000 or so additional tokens into my wallet, which is cool. I mean, you get to track, you get to see it, you get to see what kind of whale status you are. I'm only at the crab level. I'd like to get up to that higher shark level, maybe at 100 billion. We'll see. But I'm definitely for Safemoon. It's definitely looking good. I like it a lot. I hope it does well. I really do. It's going to make a lot of millionaires out there, that's for sure. So, Des, you said you were in Safemoon as well. What's your holding at? Do you mind sharing?
I'm holding €100 worth of Safemoon, which is about 20 million something. But I'm holding them into the Binance Smart Chain network, and I've been getting some. Didn't track how many I've been making.
Mm-hmm.
I was just checking the wallet, but yeah, they add up. Like they kept adding up in my wallet.
Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, I'm using the Trust wallet. I'm holding out for their wallet, and I'll transfer what I have on the Trust wallet over to their wallet. But I mean, I can refresh it every 5 seconds on the Trust wallet, which is nice, and I can see the number climb. So I don't know. I know other people are, like you said, you're using the Binance Smart Chain. I know other people are doing that. I've even seen it on MetaMask in the extension. People are using it there. So there are a number of ways to hold it. Trust Wallet has worked out for me. I don't recommend holding it on an exchange, so just be careful of that. But I'm glad to hear you're seeing it climb just like I'm seeing it climb.
Yeah, I keep thinking of the day it's gonna reach 1 cent.
I'm waiting for it. I'm hoping for it. It's a lot of people are hoping for it as well, and a lot of people are talking about it. We're only on a handful of exchanges right now, and just looking at the daily volume for Safemoon, just with the limited amount of exchanges that we're on, is phenomenal. Let me see here if I can pull it up on CoinMarketCap if I can remember how to do it. So right now, I mean, just in the past 24 hours, we're seeing $66.98 million worth of volume for Safemoon on some smaller size exchanges. So think about how much the volume is going to jump if we ever get on Binance or they ever get their own exchange. So that'll be definitely pushing that price up pretty quickly, and I'm looking forward to that day. This is definitely a roll of the dice. This is definitely a gamble, in my opinion, but I invested assets in it that were just kind of sitting around collecting dust. I had them staked over on my crypto.com wallet, so I was getting a little bit of royalties off my Cardano every month or every week, and I just said, you know what, this I'd rather gamble it and see 1,000 times my investment climb and maybe become a millionaire than just my 2,000 or my $1,500 or whatever it was at the time sitting on crypto.com and Cardano just kind of sitting there. So that was my thought process behind it. And like I said, I've shared my wallet with you guys. This is my holding. I'm going to keep trying to buy more into it as more assets become available to me. So we'll see where it goes. Let me see. I'm missing some information over here on the chat. Let me see if I can catch up here a little bit. I do apologize. Be cool if there was diner that offset the electrical cost. So HA Rob, yeah, that'd be really cool. I'd love to see that kind of heat exchange. I've seen a couple of heat exchangers for ASIC miners where people have taken actually the boards apart out of the housing and implemented them into some like a space heater type setup. So those are cool to see. I'm on the East Coast of the United States. I'm in the Virginia area, so we do get winter. It does snow here, but it also gets hot and humid. So I need to figure out a way to regulate the temperature consistently, and that's a good thing to focus on is consistency. But yeah, some kind of heat exchange would be cool. I have played a little bit with submerging or immersion mining as well. Putting my miners in a deep freezer. 6 3x3, so 6 total in the deep freezer, using mineral oil in a 55-gallon vat and just cycling it through a radiator and a fan. Did pretty well that way. It's just a mess to clean up when you have to. Do you think eGold has the potential of getting to the 500 USD mark? Again, I'm not super knowledgeable on eGold. However, smart contracts are very popular right now. It's a lot of hype and a lot of news going around smart contracts. So if they can roll out something and they can really stick with that smart contract, and again, I'll do some more digging on it. But I think smart contracts, cryptocurrencies that support smart contracts, can potentially see some good growth in the upcoming months. Absolutely. We got here 3D print adapters that bolt onto the exhaust fan, which allow you to attach 4-inch flexible conducting, i.e. dryer hose, and channel that hot air elsewhere. I've seen that as well. Absolutely right. I've seen lots of 3D printed duct fans for the ASIC miners, so you can redirect and cut down on noise for the heating. I'm trying to set it up where I don't have to worry about the noise. It's going to be in a designated mining room, so as long as I got filtered air coming in and hot air going out, I'm happy. What GPU do you think is best value for GPU mining rig? So if you're not aware of it, I'm going to put it here in the chat as well. A good site to check out if you're trying to get into GPU mining is whattomine.com. Hopefully I put that in right. I'm going to pull it up here as well. Let's see if I can find it. Let's open up a new tab. So whattomine.com is a great site to kind of play around with your settings. They have GPU and ASIC setups. So let's just go with turn this one off. Let's go with the latest and greatest, the 390. Let's say you got one of them. You can hit calculate, and it'll give you your results. So if you had one 390 GPU and you were mining Ethereum, you're making about $12.15 a day, depending on your electrical cost. Great way to kind of check it out and play the field. These are the most popular GPUs out there for mining listed right on the main site. So if you wanted to take the time and you wanted to kind of put one, check each individual one, and what I would do is, take the value of it, how much you're making per day, look up the current value or average value of the GPU itself, and figure out what your ROI would be. You take the value per day divided by the cost of the unit itself, and you can figure out how many days or months it's going to take you for your return on investment. I try to stick within that 3-month range when I get into mining, whether it be GPU rigs or ASIC rigs. I like to find them so my ROI is within 3 months or so. Hopefully that helps you. Check out that site and just crunch the numbers. If you are on Discord, I believe I have a Excel sheet pinned for a Google spreadsheet that kind of goes through some of these, and they are a little bit older. They need to be updated, but at least to give you a starting point on picking out a GPU miner that in the price range. So, and if you want to add to that spreadsheet, it is open. It's a living spreadsheet, if you will. So people add to it and so on. So it's over on Discord. If you can't find it, message me and I'll try to get it to you as well. So hopefully that helps you out. And then Ronald says, I guess I'll put $500 in Safemoon that would have wasted on a woman. No ROI. No, they just put you in debt, man. So yeah, $500 in Safemoon may work out for you. Hold or sell Dogecoin. I'm holding. I'm big into Dogecoin. I love Dogecoin. I mine it. I hold it. I buy it. I'm still buying it. Even at the price that it is now, I'm dollar cost averaging as it's going up and as it's going down. I'm just buying it. So I'm all about it. I'm going to probably be honest with you, I'm open with everybody on my channel and everybody in Discord. I will probably take some profit at over $1. When it hits $1.10 or $1.50, I'll probably take a small amount of profit, pay off some of my bills, and hold the rest of it until it hits $5 to $10. That is my game plan. That is what I'm doing. But I am holding. I'm not going to paper hand it at $1. I'm going to take some gains, which I encourage everybody to do. If you have bills to pay and so on, everybody has to live. Everybody has to eat. And, just play it that way. If you can afford to hold it past $1 and not take gains and wait for it to hit $5, wait for it to hit $2, I encourage you to do so. That's only going to strengthen the cryptocurrency move going forward. Eagle. So Jay says Eagle competing with Chainlink and Ethereum 2.0. Eagle won't blow up in the short term. So Jay's saying he doesn't think that Eagle was going to jump too far in the long term. Well, we'll have to see. Like I said, I don't know too much about the project. It sounds like Jay knows a little bit more than I do about the project. So thank you for sharing your input. And we'll definitely do some digging into it moving forward with it, because it sounds interesting.
You might end up liking it, though. You mentioned something earlier about looking at the team of the project when deciding if you want to invest long term or not. And I think the team is pretty transparent and is pretty competent, and they show up in a lot of lives and they answer questions, and they seem really transparent and serious about it. So I think it might be worth looking at it, or you might at least enjoy looking at it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do some digging on it. I'm definitely, intrigued. And like, we were talking a little bit earlier on Discord, like I told you, I follow a lot of the coins that I'm invested in or that I follow, and I recommend a lot of people do this as well. Follow the development team. Follow, Dogecoin dev. When you understand the development of a coin, when you understand the team behind it, you have a better relationship and a better understanding of the coin itself moving forward. Do your research, guys. Don't just YOLO into something because it's a meme. It's a meme stock. It's a meme coin. Whatever it may be. Really do some digging. Dogecoin's got a lot of great fundamentals and a great community behind it. That's why it's doing so well. It's not because of Elon. I mean, it's getting help from Elon Musk and a lot of these other celebrities, but it's a good cryptocurrency. It's got fast transaction. It's got low transaction fees. So what if it doesn't have a cap? There's a yearly cap. I mean, there's a lot of positive things that I feel outweigh the negative things when it comes to Dogecoin. That's why it's going to do so well moving forward. Same with Safemoon. There's a lot more positive than negative. And that's all. But if you guys feel differently about it, share your opinions. I'd love to have that debate with you. Join, slide over to Discord and come on YouTube with me. we'll hash it out. Do you think Elon Musk speaking this weekend will raise price of Dogecoin or lower it? So as I've been a trader, I've been doing this for a little while. This is really the first time I've dived deep into day trading for a living. But in my experience with trading over the years, whether it be cryptocurrency, whether it be the stock market, whether it be Forex, you always buy the rumor, sell the news. So we're probably going to see more of a hype leading up to Elon Musk and the SNL skit, maybe a day or two after. And then I'm going to predict that it's going to dump a little bit. So don't be afraid that if it dips down, it's showing a lot of consistency, it's showing a lot of support behind the cryptocurrency to hopefully sustain those higher highs. You're always going to see a little bit of a dump and consolidation no matter what the asset is. It's a little bit more violent when it comes to cryptocurrency, but I think Elon's done some good things for Dogecoin. I think there's a lot of FUD around him. I think there's a lot of positive things around him. So you're going to probably, like I said, you're going to see probably a higher run up until Saturday night, maybe Sunday and Monday, and then probably Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to see it dip back down quite a bit. But don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of the dip. I think I'm hoping, my hopes are that Elon's SNL skit is going to help push Dogecoin to that dollar mark, and then we'll probably see a retrace down to 70 cents or so, and then hopefully it'll climb back up slowly to $1 as it consolidates and gains strength, and then Coinbase will list it, Robinhood will list it, and we'll see $2, $5, $10, and so on. All right, I'll buy the dip. Do your research, man. That's just my take on it. I'm not here to tell you to buy or sell anything. That's my take on it. I'm telling you guys what I do. I'm trying to be as transparent as I possibly can. That's what this is all about. This is about my journey, in my opinion, sharing it with you guys. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial expert. I study a lot of this stuff. I study business. I was a business teacher, business ethics teacher. So I understand companies, and I kind of can put my head in the mindset of a lot of companies. That's where I make my decisions based upon is my knowledge from my past. Do your research, do your digging, come to your own opinions. Absolutely. $10, I'm rich. If you guys want, I don't mind sharing what I'm holding, what I got going on, if that's something you guys are interested in seeing. There's only a couple of you guys.
I'm a bit curious as well.
All right, so let me. I'm going to plug in my phone here so I can share what we got going on. Let me see if I can pull up my Robinhood account. So this is my Robinhood account. Yeah, there we go. And the only thing I'm really up on right now is Dogecoin. I can't show you all of my Dogecoin holdings because I have some of them in a hard wallet that are, offline wallet that is put, and it's in my safe in my house. So I can't show you all my holdings, but everything that I have live and active right now is here. So we have 125,000 Doge on Robinhood. I bought in, I think my average buy-in was at like 6 cents or 69, 6 cents or 7 cents. So I'm up 800%, 817% on my holdings. I have a couple YOLO option calls in here that are way out expiration date. We got June, August expiration date for some of my option calls. And then I'm way down on my Coinbase IPO, my DPO when I got into that. And of course, like I said, I'm holding quite a bit of AMC here as well. So, my average cost on AMC is $10.36 a share, and I'm holding 1,868 shares of AMC on Robinhood. That's my holdings for Robinhood. I go over a lot of this stuff in depth in the Discord server, the private chats. I have a private chat that goes over my trades. Whenever I make a new trade, I post it there. I will be posting it there moving forward. It is very new to Discord. Like I said, if you want to join that private chat, the way to get into it is through Patreon, whether it be a $3 entry or $25 entry into the channel. They both get similar access to that private chat. and I divulge all of my trading and a lot of why I'm making the decisions that I'm making. And kind of give you an inside track. I've been helping out. We've been talking a little bit about dividend investing and some stocks that I have in my Roth IRA that are paying out dividends. So, all that stuff gets discussed. That's more in depth and personal over in that chat. So if you'd like to join again, sign up through Patreon. I believe there's a link in the description down below. If it hits $5, I'm a Dogecoin millionaire. I think a lot of people will be Dogecoin millionaires if it hits $5. And Rob says he's got to run. Thanks for the info. Wish I could stay. Steam me out. Appreciate you stopping by. Thanks so much. It's always great to see you. Let me pull up my phone now so you guys can take a look at that as well. So you guys already saw my court canceled. I don't know what that means. All right, so we got my Safemoon holding on my Trust wallet, and then here is my Coinbase or my Crypto.com wallet. I'll share that with you guys as well. So I like Crypto.com a lot. It's got a lot of controversy around it. It's been good to me. I've enjoyed using it, so I'm a big supporter of it. I think it's a very interesting platform. I think it's got a lot going for us. So that's why I've kind of dove into it. So on my Crypto.com wallet, I have right around 80,594 Dogecoin on my Crypto.com wallet. And that's one of the wallets that I mine to. So I've gone over this in the past, and I can kind of dive deeper into it in another video if you guys would like. The way I break up my mining is I divide it and, allocate some of it for spending, allocate some of it for investing, and then the rest of it goes into a savings or a hard wallet that gets, kind of just stuffed away for a rainy day. Future investment, retirement fund, whatever you want to call it. So this right here is something that I bought. You can even see I bought it today. I bought 500 Doge today for $301, right around the 60-cent mark. So I'm still buying it. I try to buy a little bit every week along with my mining. So that's where I'm at with all of my holdings that I can actually show you right now. I can't show you everything because a lot of it is offline, but this is what I've got right now. Hopefully it helps you guys out. Hope you guys find it interesting. I'm in the game with you. I'm not just talking and blowing smoke. I am actively working my ass off to do the best I can to provide for my family as much as I can. So I'm in the game, I'm rolling the dice, and I'm gambling right alongside you. That's where I'm at. Spending money like I don't care. I hope I get to that point. I'm hoping that, AMC takes off and makes me $2 million richer, and I hope Dogecoin takes off and makes me, millionaire in itself. And then, of course, it's that long-term gamble there with Safemoon. If Safemoon, real simple math, I have 493 million, let's say 494 million Safemoon tokens. If it hits a cent, I have $49 million. It's that simple. That's how fast that works. And it could hit a cent very quickly if it gets its own exchange going and it gets on Binance. It could be within the year. It could be within 2 years. It may take 5 years, but I think it'll be around that long. I'm trying to get in on the ground floor. I think it is a great project. So power to anybody who's got, the cojones to do it. I wish I could buy more of it. I really do. Ronald over there saying AMC pays off. I'm definitely done. I'm praying, man. I'm praying Robinhood doesn't fuck me over. I apologize if there's anybody listening near their kids for my swearing. It's getting late. I'm a little tired. Like I said, I'm a little wired. But I really hope that Robinhood doesn't fuck me over. That's as simple as that. It's getting down to the wire. It's getting kind of scary. I think we're going to start seeing some short squeeze action tomorrow, just based upon what's going on. And you got to remember, I think it's this weekend or first thing Monday, all hedge funds have to report their quarterly earnings and holdings. So we'll actually get to see which hedge funds are holding AMC, which hedge funds are buying, which hedge funds are selling AMC. It's going to be very, very interesting. we're definitely going to start seeing some action within the next week or so. Whether it's going to completely squeeze in the next week overnight, I think it's going to take some time, but I'm very, very optimistic for it. I just hope I don't get screwed over by Robinhood. Double down on recording everything to help. Yep, absolutely. You should hear work. If you're not aware of it, if you're, I mean, I think I've seen your name a few times pop up in the chat. If you watch some of my videos, I'm a welder. I grew up in. I mean, there's. I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of it. So that was my last one of my last projects that I worked on. I built top fuel Harley Davidsons for professional NHRA racers. I'm a welding and so I was a welding instructor. I taught business. I taught welding. I've been doing it for 20 plus years. I've been in a shop most of my life, investing and all this side hustle stuff I've picked up along the way, listening to my parent, listening to my father, my uncles, my grandfathers, and I'm done. I'm done working in a goddamn shop. I'm done busting my ass. I've lost half my leg, so I'm hoping that this pans out. I'm hoping this works out, and I don't have to really go back to a welding shop if I don't want to. I want to do it for fun. Auto mechanic, yeah, right on, man. You're just slinging the steel just like I am, just in a different capacity. I'm hoping this works out for all the hardworking guys that are out there and all the hardworking families that are struggling to make ends meet right now. That are, this could be life changing for so many families across the world, for so many hardworking individuals. This is a life changing opportunity. I just hope that everybody does their research, doesn't overextend themselves, and make sure that they don't invest, more than they can afford to lose. That's where I'm at. I got really lucky. I got in at the right time. I've been, like I said, I've been investing. I've been studying for many, many years. And I had the opportunity selling a property in Southwest Florida where I freed up some assets for me where I could do this full time. And that's where I'm at. I'm semi-retired, trying to buy a property where I can weld and do that kind of stuff as for a hobby. And I'd like to expand the channel. Right now this is fun talking about cryptocurrency and finance, but I'd like to bring in fabrication. I'd like to bring in, me building a, completely chromoly frame for an NHRA top fuel drag racer that goes 216 miles an hour. I want to do that again. I want to bring people involved into that. I want to do, talk more about real estate, and, I want to expand this channel far more than what it is now. It's been fun doing it, talking about this stuff to this point. I just want more. I'm a workaholic. I want to have fun with it. I want to grow more. I want to, bring more to the table for you guys. Let's see. It says Matt K. Safemoon supply will be 100 million in 2 years. Buy now. I'm okay if none of it pays off. Yeah, Ronald, you got the mindset. You work every day. You're working hard. That's what it's all about. Put a little bit aside to invest and hope for the best. And as long as you can put food on the table and keep a roof over your head, and the gamble works out, power to you and power to everybody else that it helps out. And Matt K, I'm really hoping you're right, man. I'm hoping that I become a multimillionaire just based upon Safemoon. I missed out, and I'm kicking myself for missing the Bitcoin craze. But I'm not a patient person. Everyone says, "Oh, if you bought in at this point, you'd be a millionaire by now." Yeah, but you're a young guy. I had just moved to Southwest Florida. I was having fun time of my life, working, partying, drinking, whatever else it may be. So my Bitcoin holdings at the time got sold off, and I had fun with it. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to say, woe is me. It was, it is what it is. But I'm hoping Safemoon may be my second chance at visualizing some big numbers. What's your Safemoon prediction? CTO of Safemoon alluded to them doing to something similar to the stock split. So I think, Matt, what you're talking about is a reverse stock split, correct? Where it's going to go from, for every 2 coins, you now have 1 coin. Is that what you're talking about? I think I read a rumor about that. I haven't pulled up too much information about it, but I think that's what you're alluding to, correct? Ronald's right there. Missed out on Bitcoin. Not this time. I hope you're right, man. I really hope that everybody in the Discord and everybody that follows me, I wish the best for everybody. Yeah, so there we go. Matt just responded to my question. Sorry, there's a little bit of delay between my chat and when I'm able to read your comments and respond to them. So Matt it's going to be reverse split. So what the rumors that I saw, it'll be something like for every 4 to 5 coins or for every 100 coins or whatever it may be, you'll get 1. So it'll limit. So say you have like my holdings here. I have the 494 million will then become 49 million. It'll be cut down quite a bit, which will drive up the price of the individual coin itself. However, your holdings will be smaller, which I'm fine with. The value is still there. A lot of people don't realize that. Just because they're doing a reverse split doesn't mean it goes down in value. The coin itself, the individual coin's price will go up by the amount of fraction it is reversed in. We've seen this happen time and time again with other stocks. A big one that people talk about, I wish I could remember the name of it, but it did a 5-to-1 reverse split where for every 5 shares of this company you now had 1, which drove the price per share through the roof, which looks amazing on a chart, which drives up a lot of hype, and will get more volume into it. So it can be very, very beneficial for Safemoon to do something like that in the future. They definitely have the volume and the market cap and the amount of coins going into the market to do something like that. It'll just have to be timing to see when they do it. Ronald's saying 65 cents, so I'm assuming he's referring to Dogecoin. Let's take a look. Let me refresh this. Yep. So we got 64.85 for Doge, looking good. So a lot of are you guys interested in charting at all? I mean, I can kind of show you how I chart if you'd like. Something I've been meaning to do videos on, but I don't know if a whole lot of people are interested in it or not. I can show you real quick. So one of the major things that I use are my Fibonacci retracement and extensions for cryptocurrency. Dogecoin is real good about respecting Fibonacci extensions. And the way I do it, so for my extension, the way I've always been taught to use Fibonacci extension, so it's a 3-point extension or a 3-point data gathering tool, and you're going from the start of the impulse or the start of the run-up, where you're going to start, and you're going to go all the way to the high end of it, and then you're going to go back down to a low side or a retracement. So for example, here would be where I would see you got a nice consolidation right here. So you could do, you don't really see a whole lot of momentum from this run up to this run up. So I take this consolidation here. This would be my first line really for my Fibonacci. Then I go all the way up to the highest point. Right, and then back down to a low point here. So there's your impulse, your run up, your pump, whatever it may be, and then there's kind of your dip back down and consolidation. So if I zoom in here, if I can, why are you doing this to me? Let's redraw that. Let's zoom in and redraw. Man, Robin, Webull's being weird. There we go. That looks a little bit better. So I like to use the RSI. RSI helps with volume control and seeing where we are for price and buys or people shorting it or people going long or bullish or bearish on it. So I like to have that always in there. Seeing it trend in the middle, it shows me nice consolidation and flow. And then I like to also use the extension. So again, we're going to see this run up right here. I'm going to go from the lowest point when the run up starts or the impulse starts. We're going to go all the way to the highest point and back down to the lowest point. So we can see here, if we look and read the chart over a little bit, it's respecting a lot of these markers. We're hitting that 50% 50% Fibonacci band right there. It's hitting it, passing it, bouncing back down a little bit, retracing down to the 23%, back to the 50, back to the 23, back to the 50, and so on. And then we finally see a breakout, and then it stops at the 61%, a little bit of sideways trading. And then we get some more news, which pushes it forward. And then we see a lot of sideways trading right above the 100% mark in this band here. And that's when we see, I think, a lot of people that are using the Fibonacci extensions are seeing this kind of play. We're getting a double loop here, or two peaks, if you will. So they're seeing that bounce. They saw it climb back up. Right here would have been the candle that I had seen, that I would have picked up on, that would have signaled me to sell. So you saw that big dump, and then hit that bottom line, that 0%, that strong resistance band at 0, and then it pumped back up to 100, and that's where we're staying right now, right or hovering around that 100%. So we'd have to see maybe another candle or so. I'd like to see it consolidate in this realm here for a little bit before it pushes forward. Consolidation is very, very important for growth. It's awesome and super fun and super exciting to see cryptocurrencies pump and go straight through the roof, but we want to be able to sustain those gains. So seeing consolidation, seeing those bands of sideways trading is super, super important, and in my experience, for continued growth moving forward. So and Dogecoin is really good at doing that. You see here, I don't know why I'm not getting the rest of my chart here for Dogecoin. There we go. So Dogecoin's real good at doing that. We have a nice little run up, consolidation, run up, consolidation, kind of dip back down, consolidate it again, up, flat, flat. It's a nice stepping pattern. Run up, consolidation, so on. Really good to see that. Shows a lot of strength, in my opinion, when it comes to assets, whether it be Forex, whether it be stocks, whether it be cryptocurrency. I like to see those patterns to kind of come to fruition. I like to use a number of different charting tools. Fibonacci is one of my favorites. Bollinger Bands are great, and RSI, and a little bit of volume just so I can kind of see what's going on. Sorry, let's see here. Mark says, how did you make this chart? So I hope that helped you out, JC. And you're going to get a lot of the same information. So if I delete this extension right now, let's delete it. Let's pick another point here, and maybe in the past. Let me get rid of my RSI so we have a little more clearer view. Let's get rid of that RSI. There we go. All right, so let's look for another one. This is a good one here for a Fibonacci. This might give us some good information. So you see impulse, high, and back down. So I'm going to say right here would be a good starting point. We hit that high point of that impulse, and then we dip back down. Let me zoom in here. And you can see Dogecoin is real good at staying in those lines, staying within that Fibonacci band sequence. Got sideways trading right along that band, touched upon 165, consolidated, rose up, stayed within the band. So even going back a couple days, couple hours, it still sticks within Fibonacci bands. So I like the extensions. I also like Fibonacci retracements. I've shared those a little bit on Discord as well, and those are super easy to draw. People draw. I've seen it drawn a couple different ways. It depends on which asset I'm drawing. I like to go from a low to a high, and Webull is really good at telling you. They'll tell you the lowest low in this time frame was 40 cents, and the highest high was 69, and that's how I would draw it. A lot of people like to go in the direction of the chart and which direction it's trending, that's fine. You can do that as well. I can do that here. Delete this. We can go from the highest high. We'll get more something a little bit closer to home. So now you have a better understanding of what we could be seeing moving forward. Again, consolidated right around the top. Touched upon some bands, hit that 0, bounce back up inside that band, and then back up. So Fibonacci, great indicator to use, but I've seen traders only use Fibonacci and make a lot of money. I like to use multiple indicators to confirm and check other indicators, if that makes sense. So if my Fibonacci is saying buy or sell, my RSI and my Bollinger Band should say something similar. That's when I know when to get in and out of a trade. Hope that helps. That's more or less how I trade. That and like I said, buy the rumor, sell the news. I'm just afraid that it's going to dump hard when it hits $1. It's going to happen. Don't be afraid of it. It's going to happen, Matt. It's going to dump. It's going to fall. It's going to see a lot of people out there that are going to take gains, and it's nothing wrong with that. That's just going to put more liquidity in the market. So got to remember, when it dumps, that means people are selling it, but people also have to buy it as well. As it falls, people are going to be buying it, which is going to help stabilize it. So it's not going to fall completely to the ground. Because at some point in time, there's going to come to a level where people don't want to sell it anymore, and they're going to hold it. So it may hit $1, and then people are going to want to sell it, but they're not going to want to sell it past a certain point. And that's what's going to freeze it and consolidate it and move forward. So you got to remember, there's two sides to a coin, buyers and sellers. You got to, it's an ecosystem. I guess people have to want to buy it. People have to want to sell it. So got to work together. Whether we realize we're doing it or not, it's going to happen. So don't be afraid of it. Just expect it to happen. What is the software you are using? So JC, this is Webull. Webull's been great. TradingView is a free one as well if you don't have a Webull account. TradingView.com. It's they got free versions of it. It's also a great site to use for charting and just playing around and really experimenting with the indicators. I encourage you, if you want to get into investing, if you want to get into learning how to chart, play. Get a paper trading account, whether it be on Webull or TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim. Get a paper trading account, practice your charting, and set goals and steps for yourself to trade in. So come up with a game plan and stick with that game plan. Stick with it for a week. See if your indicators line up and work for a week or 2 weeks. If it doesn't, change your game plan and try different indicators. Great way to help you do that, and a great way for me to segue into plugging myself. So, like I said, I've been doing this for a while. I have a teaching background. I created this book, Trade Tracker. This helps me. This is what I use on a daily basis to track all my trades. I used to do it in Excel sheets. I used to do it just on lined piece of paper in a spiral notebook. This helps me out greatly. And it's a great way to take notes and really dive deeper into understanding trading patterns and keeping track of trading patterns. So it's got 121 pages, so it's broken into weeks, so 52 weeks, whatever, in a year. So the book's good for an entire year. It breaks it down. You have, let me see here. You have your weekly goals, your checklist, your notes. Maybe put in there your goals or your strategies, and then you compare them to your gains and losses. And it helps, where you can kind of visualize what is working for you, what is not working. The biggest thing that faces traders and why traders fail, why 70% of all traders fail, whether it be in any market, is emotion. They get too emotionally attached to what they are trading, and it's very hard not to do so. I myself, I get emotionally attached, especially when I see a lot of money on the line. this helps you tracking it this way, writing it down, putting it aside, helps take that emotion out of it. I encourage you to do, whether you use my book, buy it on Amazon or download it on my store, download the digital copy, whatever you want to do, even using a spiral notebook. I mean, if you want to, go look at the digital copy of it, see how I track it, and do it on a spiral notebook for free. I don't care. As long as you are learning, I am happy. And you're benefiting from the knowledge I'm giving. That's what makes me happy. If you want to buy a book because you're appreciative of it, power to you. Thank you, man. Thanks for the support. But watch out for your emotions. Keep your emotions in check. Track your trades. Track your strategies and find what works for you. That is the key to good investing. And accept your losses. You're going to have losses. I call BS and bullshit on any trader out there on Instagram, YouTube, whatever, that say, oh, I have 100% or 90% gains. Bullshit. Then you ain't doing it right. You're going to have losses and you're going to have gains. The trick is to have your gains outweigh your losses. They're inevitable. Losses are going to come. You can't predict the market 100% of the time. Accept it. Hopefully that's some inspiration for you. Let me see here what else we got. That you draw the chart, $1. It'll bounce a couple of times. Yep, I agree with you. 100% will absolutely bounce, eventually get past. Watson consolidates over $1. It's going. I agree with you 100%. I think it's going to hit $1. We're going to see $1.10 maybe, $1.05, and then it's going to dump maybe down to 60 cents, 69 cents, right around. Here's a good resistance point here, and then here's a good resistance point right here at 51 cents. So let me draw those lines in. Good resistance there. Good resistance there. So wherever you see consolidation is a resistance point for a retracement. So yes, it could hit $1, but it could definitely fall 80%. It could fall 50%, but that's okay as long as it consolidates and bounces. That's what we want. So don't be afraid of the fall. Once it goes, yep. I'm holding 300K. I'm thinking of selling 50% at 95 cents, then jumping back in at the dip. Matt, if you can time it, power to you, man. Power to you. It's what a lot of traders do. That's probably what these guys did here, looking at the charts. That's probably what a lot of guys did here. They probably sold here, sold at the high, bought back in here at the low, and now they're riding it back up to $1. If you can time it like that, awesome. For something like this where I hold so much in, I'm going to wait it out. I trade options quite a bit. I do foreign exchange quite a bit, foreign exchange trading. So those are more of my trying to catch the wave type of situations. This I'm going to hold off on. I mine it. I hold it. I'm probably going to take profit at some point in time. But I'm not going to try to catch the dip and ride it back out. I don't feel comfortable doing that with this. I'm super proud and super happy for anybody that can manage that. So power to you, Matt, if you think you can do it. Could you link them? Let me see. So I thought they were already over there. I apologize that they're not already in the description down below. So Side Hustle Enterprise is my site. That's the website. You can find the digital copy there, and then the soft cover that I showed you for the trade tracker is on Amazon. Let me see here if I can find the link for you guys. Copy. Paste. So there's the link for the trade tracker. Again, if you just take a look at it, see how I track it, and create it yourself on your own in a spiral notebook. That's cool, man. I'm happy that you're doing it. I hope I can encourage everybody to start tracking their trades and trying and really tracking their progression and their journey. That's so important. We got more people over on Discord joining the live stream chat, but I don't hear anybody talking over there. What we got going on, guys? Do I hear crickets?
How you doing?
What's going on, man? What you got?
Nothing much, just listening.
What are you holding? What's your stake in? What are you investing in?
Dogecoin, Gilead Sciences, and Disney.
Disney's a good one. I love Disney. That's definitely in my retirement fund. I've heard a little bit about Gilead Science. Tell me a little bit more about that one.
So originally it was good at the beginning of COVID. It was, I believe, around $34, somewhere around there.
Okay.
It's currently up to $66.51. So I've been holding that out until COVID kind of dies down because apparently they were going to be one of the leaders with the vaccine. So I've been holding that out.
Let me see. Do you know the ticker symbol? I'll pull it up for everybody.
GILD.
Yeah, they're not doing too bad. You say you bought in at what price?
Oh, sorry. Let me take that back. I bought in when it was at $76.37.
76. So you're down a little bit, but not too bad, and it's showing some good volume.
Yes.
So.
No, I shorted it.
Oh, you shorted it. Oh, so you're seeing profit. Good for you, man.
But I'm trying to get into mining and all that kinds of things. So.
Well, you came to the right place. I hope we can help you out. Lots of people talking about it. Lots of people willing to help. So don't be afraid to ask.
All right.
You looking to get into ASIC or are you trying to GPU mine?
Honestly, zero clue. I just have some money to spend and I'm interested in getting into it. Gotcha.
Me personally, I'm biased. I like ASIC miners. They're simple. They're easy. Sometimes the prices are a little jacked up, but it's plug and play. It's just finding the right firmware that works for you, which is real simple to integrate or flash. And then once you have internet and power, you're good to go. Set it and forget it. GPU mining takes a little bit more finesse, in my opinion, to set up depending on how many graphics cards you have. So it all depends on what kind of devotion you're willing to put into it.
Where would you recommend buying from if I was to buy one?
So there's so many sites out there. It's tough to say. I like to use ASICminervalue.com. It's a decent site. It'll kind of give you a jumping off point. I'll link it here. Give me 1 second. I'll put it over in the YouTube chat and I'll put it over on Discord as well, so everybody can have it. Let me see if I can send it to you. Let's see here. How do I do this? Multitasking. I apologize. There we go. So I just posted it in the mining and equipment chat over on the Discord. They have a vendors list of tested vendors. So you can kind of go through that, see what's going on. ASIC miners, sorry, not ASIC, script miners right now. So that's Litecoin, that's Dogecoin, that's Verge, Digibit. Those ones are super, super popular right now, and you're seeing a lot of scalping and a lot of price hikes, especially on eBay. So be very careful of where you buy them if you want to go that route. They are very profitable moving forward. I mean, the Antminer L3 Plus and the Plus Plus were super popular when they first came out, 2014, 2015, 16. And then they kind of dropped off because mainly people were using it to mine Litecoin. But now with the rise in Dogecoin and people are trying to get back in it, so they have all these Litecoin miners, these L3s sitting in storage that are now worth $1,200, $3,000 again. So you just got it's a little bit of timing, a little bit of research, but at least that site will help you, give you a good jumping off point. They have a list of tested and non-tested. I wouldn't recommend going with anybody that is untested, obviously. And to support another fellow YouTuber, Vosk, another big time crypto YouTuber, tons and tons of followers, got his own Discord and everything too. He reviews a lot of different vendors on his platform that I just don't have access to or funds to. So you might want to check him out. Maybe he can give you a little bit more insight than I can, but I definitely start with asicminervalue.com.
So whenever I'm at this website, like I'm looking at the miners, I'm looking at profitability. How do I because I don't really have a set budget right now. I'm trying to find one that I don't really have to invest later on. I don't want to have multiple. I just want to have 1 to 4.
Okay.
Somewhere in that range. And I mean, I see like Gold Shell K5 is at $135 a day. I click on it, but how do I go to the website where I can find this item?
So let me pull up. So you're in the profitability tab, right? So let me see if I can pull it up myself so we can kind of talk along here. So the Gold Shell HS5, they look nice. They look decent. It's 2 L3s stuck together. To be honest with you, that's all they are. It's 5.4 terahash of hashing power. With my 2 L3s, I get about 1.4 terahash worth of power. So they've got newer chips in there. To pick them up, I think we got a lot of pre-orders. So if you scroll down to the bottom where to buy, so you have AK Miner, Coin Miner Central, and Gold Shell itself selling them. But it looks like a lot of people are out of stock. And where it says pre-order, if it's not coming from the manufacturer, I wouldn't put it on pre-order, just because they themselves are waiting for the manufacturer to release them. So you're going to be waiting twice as long, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I mean, from what I can see, most of the stuff is just going to be on back order. So would you recommend going to a place like Facebook Marketplace and those kinds of things and doing it locally?
Yeah, I mean, if you can, I mean, I've had great luck when it comes to GPU miners with local PC repair shops, just going in and asking if they have any old units. But if you go on the ASIC route, take a look. Whattomine.com is a great site. ProHashing is a great site to check hashing rate and profitability. So I like ProHashing. I'm an affiliate with ProHashing, but they're a great site. They're very clean to operate and use. But if you go under tools and then worker configuration, you can kind of see what is out there for mining manufacturers and hashing or algorithm that they support and use. So you could, for example, let's just pull up Bitmain. Let's go with the L3 Plus, and it automatically fills in and shows you what the profitability will be with the default or the factory firmware. So a factory set L3 Plus, which you can probably pick up for, I think, I've seen them on eBay for $1,000, which in my opinion, that's a little overpriced, but it's inflating with the rise of Dogecoin. You're going to make about $14.57 a day with an older cryptocurrency miner. Then you kind of get a feel for what algorithm you want to mine, because there's so many different ones out there. And that's the trouble that a lot of people kind of steer away from ASIC, is because it's algorithm specific. It's only specific to one algorithm, so you can't use. Go ahead.
I was going to say the reason is because I didn't know if I was going to buy used or new, because there's an S9 Bitmain with 13.5 terahash for $600, and then there's an Antminer S7 which doesn't say terahash but for $250.
All right, so let's look at ROI for you. So you said S9 is an S9 Plus, or do you know which model?
S9, just an S9.
S9. So you said 13 terahash or 13.5?
13.5.
Okay. So that one running on pro hashing in their profit switching pool is going to make you about $4.80 a day.
Yeah, that's not too great.
Right, and you said how much was it? 600.
Yeah.
Divided by, was it 480? Let's say 450 because electrical. Oh, I did that completely wrong. 600. So yeah, you're looking at like 133-day ROI. Yeah, divide that by 30. You're looking at almost 4 months ROI, which isn't bad in the crypto space. But if you can afford to, so that's the thing. You have to figure out what method is going to work best for you. Do you buy used that's going to generate less money per day, that you're paying less for the unit, so the ROI may be the same, but at the end of the ROI period, you're still holding less cryptocurrency? Or do you spend the crazy amount of money, wait for the gold shell, hopefully Dogecoin doesn't dip by then, and be generating $100 a day and your ROI still be 3 months? So you got to weigh your options a little bit. I personally I try to stay away from a lot of the newer stuff because it's super hyper inflated. I try to buy some of the older equipment. Like, I love the L3 Plus. I think it is a great, fantastic machine. I think there's a lot of firmware and a lot of support out there for them. That's why I go with that unit more often than not. But it all depends on what algorithm you want to mine in. So like that S9 was SHA-256, so that's mainly Bitcoin and those cryptocurrencies. So we're talking, Bitcoin Cash, Digibit, Fixed Trendcoin, Litecoin Cash, Mana. So there's quite a few out there, but you're limited to those. It all depends on how you feel about it, man. Be honest with you. I wish I can give you a more definite answer. Say, yeah, buy this one. It's tough to say because it's not my money,
No, I mean, fair enough. That's why I'm just trying to look into it and find out the options.
Right on. Yeah, a lot of guys have the L3 Plus and they love them. I have the guy just chatted in the YouTube chat over here. I have the L3 Plus, and I have to say it is doing me good as far as mining Dogecoin. So I'll give you the rundown on mine, and I just detuned mine personally because it's getting hotter where I live, so I dialed back a little bit on the hashing power. But I have two L3 Pluses currently running because I'm in a rental unit, rental house, and the electrical is old, so I'm very limited on what I can actually run. But I'm roughly putting out 1.3 to 1 gigahash processing power. Why isn't it pulling up? Oh, enter. Oh, that's why. So right now, with my two L3 Pluses that are old, like one is a Generation 1 L3 Plus that was in an immersion tank for almost most of its life, that is now dried out and back to being air-cooled. And then the other one is one I saved off of eBay that some guy was just basically, he said it didn't work, and I was able to bring it back to life, so I got it super cheap. So both of those miners together are making me about $30.58 a day.
So like right now I'm looking at an Antminer L3 Plus and PSU for $250. Is that a good deal?
For $250, and he says it runs.
In hand, used, in perfect working order.
If he can verify that it turns on and it runs, like if you can get a screenshot of it hashing with a date, I'd buy it. Okay. I'd buy it right now. If I had, you're lucky that you found it because they're going on eBay for some serious cash.
It is on eBay.
That'd be for that price compared to the other ones that are out there, I'd be careful. Get some confirmation. I mean, if you can, it's free. Sign up for like for prohashing.com. Sign up for a mining pool, and have him point the miner at the mining pool for an hour for you, or for 20 minutes, or for a minute, just so you can see that it registers and you can see the hashing power. Or have him take a screenshot. If he's not willing to do that, I'd be very skeptical. I mean, it's only $250. If you want to gamble and try to buy it, and it doesn't work, I can help you fix it. But I mean, guys are popping up in the chat right now. I said eBay guy has a lot of watch. People are saying it's not real. $250 eBay scam. Check reviews. So that's everybody in the chat over on YouTube. So yeah, $250 is a very low price for one of those units right now. So get some confirmation.
Well, he does have reviews. He has 5 positive reviews.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the only thing he is selling is that item, so I don't know.
Yeah. JC2 on YouTube is saying it's a known scam. He has negative reviews as well that he's hiding. So community's there to help and save you from wasting money. There you go.
What works.
Yeah, sometimes you can get lucky. I mean, I've seen them pop up on Facebook Marketplace in the area. You got to keep your eye open. But like I said, if you have the money and you're a little bit more liquid, maybe invest in a newer ASIC. So there are other ones out there that may be beneficial. Let me pull up the website again. So looking at like the Anasilica i11s, those are $200 a day, but they're all on back order. The Gold Shell KD5s, back order. Scroll down a little bit, go down to like $16 a day and see if you can find a used one of those. Like most Bitmain Antminers, they have third-party firmware that perform far better than the Bitmain firmware. So where it says 17, so like I'm looking at the Bitmain T17 Plus for 64 terahash of power, makes $16.75 a day. I know for a fact that there is better firmware out there for that unit that will increase the hashing power of that machine, increasing your ROI. So if you can find a used one of those cheaper than it is new, update the firmware, your ROI just got lowered quite a bit. So little bit of digging, you got to to get there, but that's more or less where the route that I would have gone. So hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully I can find one that's decently priced. I'm going to look for quite a while and try and find people that would help me along the way.
Yeah, it's all about, Discord is a great place to start. Got some great guys in the community. Just keep the chat going, keep the conversation going, and bring it up every now and again that you're looking. I mean, I got an S9 sitting here next to me that I got to plug in and test. I just repaired it, but I'll be putting that one up for sale on solely Discord alone, and I'm not going to be gouging prices. I don't have space or place to run it, so I'll be selling that one. I'm going to put it up on the Discord marketplace, and whoever wants it wants it.
And what price range are you looking in for that? And what kind is it?
It's an S9. Oh, sorry. Let me pull it up here. It's a T9 Plus. It's a refurbished unit. Like I said, I bought it. One of the boards was damaged. I repaired it. I'm going to put it kind of through a stress test before I sell it. But that one alone, see if I can pull it up. It's not super powerful. It's not, brand new machine. It's a little older. T9 Plus. So that one does, right around $3.73 a day. So I'd probably calculate out for a 3-month ROI and price it at that. That's how I would price it. So 373 times 90 days.
So
right?
about 350.
Yeah, about 350, 335. That's probably where I put it listed for. If it works. I mean, I don't want to sell it to you now and hype it all up. I want to make sure it works before I stick it on Discord. I did a full teardown on it, so I just want to make sure that it's all, in working condition.
Yeah, no, I mean, so I found someone who's selling one. So you said get them to do a bit pool or mining pool. How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, if you can set yourself up for, there's an affiliate link on the affiliate page on Discord. There's one on YouTube as well. Set yourself up with like a pro hashing account. It's super easy, and all you need for them to do, you give them your username and you give them a port or the URL to point the miner at. That's all they really need. It's just 2 lines of code that they put into the configuration page on the miner configuration page, and then say, hey, can you turn it on for 10 minutes so I can see that it's profitable? Or have them take a screenshot with the date on the bottom of the screen, just so you can see that it's all the boards are working, all the chips are functional.
So I mean, he's saying I've never used it. I've just turned it on before. I've just turned it on. I don't have an idea on how to use it. I mean, and the person does have 23 active reviews and has sold other items.
Yeah, that's tricky. It's an older unit, so why would he have it sitting around for so long and never turn it on?
It says it bought him at a garage sale.
So somebody turned it on, and somebody was selling it at a garage sale. So either it's dead and they just wanted to get rid of it, or they got yelled at by their wife that it was too loud and sold it. So I mean, it could be 1,000 different reasons, but it's a little fishy to me that he'd pick it up and buy it and never really turn it on and use it. Yeah, it's a gamble. That sounds more like a gamble to me. But if you want to get into it, and if it is broken and you do get it, it might be good learning experience to be able to take it apart, clean it, and see if you can get it working on your own. So that if you buy a used one, you have a similar problem, you can at least fix it. So it might be a good learning experience. Who knows?
Yeah.
JC said Blizz firmware is a good firmware. Yep, I agree with you 100%. I have, I've used Blizz in the past. Curious if a $2,200 price tag on the L3 Plus is worth it. Zach, I don't think so. If you're still in the chat, man, $2,200 is way, way up there. A couple months ago, I picked up one for $350, $400 with shipping. Granted, Dogecoin wasn't as high as it is now, but the L3 Pluses are older machines. They have been used and abused for a long time. So paying $2,200 for a machine that has probably been abused pretty heavily, not something that I would do. Another guy suggests that you could try looking at the E9. Let's take a look at the E9 for you. So the E9 is Ethash. They're doing about $19.12 a day, or $19.22 a day. So that's the Antminer E9, or sorry, Antminer E3. I don't have a whole lot of experience with the E9s, but I do hear good things about them. And it still looks like they're fairly profitable. Yeah, I agree with Carlos. He's saying about 750s, right around, would be considered or overpriced. That would be my high side if it was a newer batched L3, and the person could verify hashing power and could verify that every chip was functionable. 750 would probably be my limit. I would no way in hell buy an L3 for $222 or $2,200 rather. If you find one for $750, get someone buy me one too. Facebook Marketplace, New Jersey. Not sure if the guy ships. So yeah, I mean, people are talking about it. E9 is similar to the 32 gigabyte 3080S graphics card. So that's a nice little unit. It's an Ethereum ASIC miner. That may be a route you want to maybe look into. I think JC's got the right idea with calling it quits for the night. If you need any additional help finding miners, please let me know. If you have any other questions, anybody in the chat or still listening, if you have any questions about anything, please don't hesitate to join the conversation. Reach out to me, reach out to the Discord, and just ask questions and try to learn as much as you possibly can. Hope everybody's keeping an eye on their holdings. Hope everybody's playing it safe as they can, at least. And I hope everybody sees the gains that they are hoping for. And again, Colin, if you need help, don't hesitate to ask, man. I'm here for you.
All
right. Everybody else, appreciate you. If you guys could subscribe to the YouTube channel, check out Discord, I appreciate it. And until probably Friday, I'll probably do another video just to kind of give you guys an update on AMC. I'll see you then. Make sure everyone's safe. Have a good one.
It's been a pleasure, man.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Thank you guys for being so supportive. You guys are awesome.